A dramatic new angle from the White House Correspondents Dinner shooting is raising fresh questions about Donald Trump's account of what really happened in those chaotic seconds. The U.S. president insisted he was forced to the ground by Secret Service agents after gunfire erupted inside the Washington Hilton ballroom. But now, new footage appears to tell a different story. The video, circulating widely online, seems to show Trump tripping and falling as he rises to evacuate and not being pushed down. Notably, he appears to be the only person in his immediate group to hit the floor. In an interview with 60 Minutes just a day after the incident, Trump pushed back on the claims. He said that he was asked to go down by the agents, dismissing suggestions he stumbled. But the visual evidence is now fueling a new wave of scrutiny.
Mr. President, do you know if you were the target of the gunman?
I don't know. It sounded to me, I read a manifesto. He's radicalized. He was a Christian, a believer, and then he became an anti-Christian, and he had a lot of change. He's been going through a lot based on what he wrote. His brother complained about him, and I think reported him to the police, and his sister likewise complained about him. His family was very concerned. He was probably a pretty sick guy.
How worried were you that there were going to be injuries?
I wasn't worried. I understand life. We live in a crazy world. My thought was, I've been through this before a couple of times, and she has not, to this extent. She handled it great. I mean, she's very strong, smart. She got it. She knew what was happening. She listened. I did too, by the way.
Because this was the first time
when they said drop down, that meant trouble.
All of this unfolded as alleged gunman Cole Thomas Allen stormed security, reportedly armed with multiple weapons, before being subdued by Secret Service. Authorities say he had a clear target. According to Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, preliminary findings suggest Allen was aiming at members of the administration. His alleged manifesto spelled it out. Administration officials are targets, with one chilling exception. The document reportedly stated that one official, FBI Director Kash Patel, was to be spared, a detail now driving intense speculation about motive and intent. Allen allegedly cited anger over Trump-era policies, from migrant crackdowns to controversial military actions abroad. He described himself as consumed by rage and unwilling to seek forgiveness. Despite the chaos, Trump was rushed to safety and later returned, even using the moment to revive his push for a long-stalled ballroom project. Allen, meanwhile, survived the incident and is expected to face federal charges.
Right now, the defendant is being charged with 2 counts, 924C, using a firearm during a crime of violence, and a second crime under 111, which is assault on a federal officer using a dangerous weapon. Now, as you all know, there was an individual, a uniformed Secret Service officer, who was shot. And fortunately, he is doing all right and he will be fine. But it is clear, based upon what we know so far, that this individual was intent on doing as much harm and as much damage as he could. And thankfully, because of the checkpoint right outside the ballroom, where thousands of people were situated to hear the President of the United States, because that checkpoint worked, there was no one who was injured when it was clear where this defendant was going.
It was an event dedicated to freedom of speech that was supposed to bring together members of both parties with members of the press. And in a certain way it did, because the fact that they just unified. I saw a room that was just totally unified. It was in one way very beautiful, a very beautiful thing to see. A man charged a security checkpoint armed with multiple weapons, and he was taken down by some very brave members of Secret Service, and they acted very quickly and have just released, for purposes of transparency, clarity, I've ordered it to be put out. You probably have it by now, put out on Truth and put out on many other platforms. A tape showing the violence of this thug that attacked our Constitution, and also showing how quickly Secret Service and law enforcement acted on our country's behalf. Really did a great job. One officer was shot, but saved by the fact that he was wearing obviously a very good bulletproof vest. He was shot from very close distance with a very powerful gun, and the vest did the job. I just spoke to the officer, and he's doing great. He's in great shape.